You want to speak up a little bit so that people can actually hear you?
Hi, I'm Jalen. I'm 23 and I'm a model and a student.
All right, there you go.
Already.
Already.
All right.
From the beginning, things just went from 0 to 100 already. I wonder what happened before the show started.
I had to do side because at the beginning of the show, she was like, "He's blocking me," and I was like, "Hey, man."
He's like, this is my show.
Yeah. I mean,
I knew it. Something did happen before the show started.
What
What
do
you guys
that
want to
mean?
see her or him?
So these women have just begun to stoop really low. They are starting to pull the "you invited me" card, which is completely pathetic.
Right.
That's what
You
I'm
guys
saying.
came here. You guys came here to talk to us, right? So
Okay, then.
Well, that's not really the case because other women really like going to this podcast somehow. So if you didn't come, then someone else would have came.
Yeah.
number one. I want to make something very clear because we've had a couple girls on the show try to come on and say like, "You're not gonna get paid with us." Like, bro, we don't need any of you guys.
Even though he might be lying there a little bit, I do understand that these women are just being pieces of shit, so I get it.
I just want to make
first of
that
all,
very
we
clear.
don't need you guys, but this is a great opportunity, and we're grateful.
opportunity.
Yeah, for the first time, I actually admit that I do agree with Fresh and Fit on this one because these women are acting a bit like, like they're so special, which actually shows how pathetic they are in real life.
So I just want to make that very clear because I don't want no girls coming on here thinking like, "Oh, we're like the prize. We're like, fuck out of here."
I get that they might come off as assholes, but they are right. They needed to say this.
We're
Clear
here to
about that.
support. I'm from Miami, so I'm here to support.
The problem here is the self-righteous attitude that you brought onto this podcast, and it's completely unacceptable. It low-key exposes how much of a lonely, shitty person you are in real life.
Yeah, no, I just want to make that
Of
very clear that we don't
course.
need
Yeah.
girls on this
No.
show. We're gonna be successful without you guys.
They seriously didn't like hearing that.
A lot of girls get it twisted
Absolutely.
thinking like, "Oh, we need girls." Like, we don't need you guys at all.
We know that.
No, you don't. They had to tell you.
Okay, just
So
want
what
to
you
make that
bring
very
us on
clear.
here?
For the 1000th time, and the podcast hasn't really started.
For what you bring us on here?
Well, listen, if you don't want to be here, you can get the fuck out.
Uh-oh.
Nobody said I don't want to be here. Why do you have to go from 0 to
No,
100?
because
'Cause you're annoying and you're being condescending, pretending like you're some kind of special person.
you've already been disrespectful in the beginning.
Yep.
At this point,
Okay.
at this point,
Things are already ruined, and yeah, someone should just leave the podcast.
Let's take several
Want me to go?
seats.
Because I can if you want me to.
No.
You're already done. Get out.
About time.
I'm dead ass.
All right.
Get out. Take your headphones. Get out.
Let's take several
serious.
seats, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, this was kind of hard to watch. I do know that Fresh and Fit can come off as aggressive people, but sometimes you have to actually do this, especially with women. Otherwise, they'll think you're just a pussy and they can just walk all over you. So yeah, man, like, subscribe to my channel and see ya.